This is Vern Heiner. For the next few minutes, it is to be my pleasure to interview one of the oldest residents of the Nehalem Bay area here on the coast of Oregon. As Oregon celebrates its 100th birthday, this lady well recalls the early years of Oregon. Pioneer settler and pioneer hotel owner at Nehalem, Mrs. Anna Klein. Mrs. Klein, you came to Nehalem in 1885, is that right?
I think so. But when did I come to America? When I came to America, I was 18, I think.
1878.
Wasn't that Violet?
Yeah. 1878.
Yeah, I came to Nebraska City.
To Nebraska City?
Yeah.
In 1878.
And then I stayed here in Nebraska City for worked for different parties. And we worked for Sterling, worked here 2 years.
That was for the governor of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you came originally from Germany, I believe.
Huh?
You came from Germany?
His sister made several trips to Germany, and she taught me to read English. She could talk German, read German, you know, fluently, and also Swiss. She could read and write Swiss. She could read and write German. And she even gave us a lesson if the governor wasn't home, half an hour a week if there was no company. 1.5 an hour for me and a half an hour for the Swedish girl, the hired help, you know. We were the hired help, you know.
Uh-huh. And then you came out here to Nehalem in 1885.
Yeah, something like that.
And how did you come out here? By boat, wasn't it? Wasn't it the Elmore you came out on?
Well, no, we came by train.
Oh, you came by train to Oregon?
By train, yeah. To Portland.
Yes, to Portland.
To Portland.
Yeah. Then how did
My husband and I.
Your husband and you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then how did you get down to Nehalem?
By the Elmore.
By the steamer?
Steamer.
The steamer Elmore. And did you come right up the river over here?
Well, I was seasick, and there was a little girl. She took us to her home and made a cup of coffee for us. My little son, he was just a baby. She took care of him, and she made us a cup of coffee, and her grandmother was sick in bed. Her mother wasn't living no more. She lived with her father and her grandma, but I'd say her grandmother was in bed, was sick.
Uh-huh. That was down at Garibaldi,
yeah.
Wasn't it? Uh-huh. And then you came on up here, didn't you?
And then we stayed there for hours, and then they took us to Garibaldi, to the point of that Garibaldi. There was no road down the river, you know, down to the ocean.
Uh-huh.
It was over here.
Up and over the hill?
Yeah. My husband took the suitcase and whatever he could carry and took about a mile around the point, around the hill, over the hill, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then he left up there at the end of the mountain, you know, of the point, came back from me and the baby.
Uh-huh.
And then when we got to where our package was in our suitcase, well, he took us, we walked a distance to a farmhouse, and that took us in.
Where was this farmhouse?
It was on this side Galbody, around the point. Around the point. The first farmhouse, or maybe it wasn't a farmhouse. Maybe it was just some.
That's about where Barview is now, wasn't it?
Huh?
That's about where Barview is now.
I don't know.
Yes.
And they kept us all night. They kept us all night.
Mm-hmm.
And so then next morning after breakfast, they gave us breakfast. And they made arrangements for us to take us to Fisher Point.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
how did you come? Along the beach?
Huh?
Did you come along the beach?
Well, they took us to Fisher Point, at that farm where we stayed.
Uh-huh.
They took us along the beach, low tide.
Uh-huh.
And to this, and then they went up in a boat up to Nehalem.
Uh-huh. And from Fisher Point up to Nehalem by boat?
By boat, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then you built a hotel in Nehalem, didn't you?
Well, that was years.
That was
yeah,
yours?
oh, yeah, that was years after.
Uh-huh.
First, they took us to to my brother's place, and we stayed a few days, and then, you see, we took a pension.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Mm-hmm.
and no, we took up homestead. Excuse me.
Yeah.
We took up homestead. My father, and then in time, my brother bought a place down in the hill where they was traveling, over the mountain, over the trail, County Mountain.
Uh-huh.
And so he bought that place, and there was a shack. There was a shack, and we moved there. And did I miss something?
Where was your brother's farm?
Yeah.
And what was your brother's name?
Huh?
What was your brother's name?
Henry Tohl.
Oh, Henry Tohl.
Henry
Yes.
Tohl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, and then we was up there, there was people come around the mountain, some afoot and some horseback. We had a little stable, and we kept, the horse, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and kept the party as much as we could overnight. There wasn't much traveling, those years, It's a hardship.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And, we didn't have no beds. It was hay and straw sticks. We slept on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not we, but everybody.
Everybody.
And then we had the beds was made out of split lumber.
Uh-huh.
There was nothing that, and
No sawmills.
no sawmill. You see, the people want us, our family, didn't want us to come here. And, but they said it was such a hardship, and there was nothing here. But they had a promise of the cannery, of the fish, not that they pick up fish, that they could make money, a little money that way.
Mm-hmm.
And a promise of a sawmill, which in time came.
Mm-hmm.
See, several years after that, we lived in that, up on a hill, in that shack, till in time that they built, built a sawmill.
Mm-hmm.
And then we lived on a hill till we built a hotel.
Uh-huh. When was that you built the hotel?
Huh?
When did you build the hotel?
I don't remember.
1890, around 1890.
Around 1890.
Oh, they kind of looked it up, you know, on the so the theater. Yeah, and then in
I believe that first hotel burned down, didn't it, Mrs.
in
Klein?
time, you know, that hotel, that sawmill burned down. The sawmill burned down.
Uh-huh.
And we were just at that time, just about, not quite out of debt for lumber.
Uh-huh.
See, that was the time when we built it. Yeah.
And the sawmill burned down, and your hotel burned down too, didn't it?
Well, not for us.
Oh, it didn't. You weren't
No,
there.
no,
I see.
that was for my nephew,
Oh, yes.
Hen-
What was his name?
Henry Tohl.
That was Henry Tohl.
That was my nephew, you know. My
Uh-huh.
brother his name was Henry Tohl, but
Uh-huh.
my nephew was Henry Tohl too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mrs. Klein, I asked you a while ago if you'd mind telling us how old you are. Would you mind to tell us
Huh?
how old you are?
Now,
Uh-huh.
I'm 97.
And when were you 97?
97. I was in October the 21st, 97.
Well, 97 years old. And you've been here in Nehalem since 1885.
Huh.
You've been in Nehalem since 1885.
I guess I think so. I thought, I'm afraid I make mistakes, but you have to forgive me for that.
Well, we all make mistakes.
But my memory is, I was kind of faithful that I wouldn't give you the right, but I want to.
Well, you certainly are. You're giving us a very interesting story. Who are some of your neighbors there in Nehalem? Who were some of your neighbors in Nehalem in those days?
Well, Harry Ober, that is, he's dead now. He moved to Seaside. He was the one my brother bought the place of.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. But he is dead.
Yeah. And did you know the Schomeyers?
And the Schomeyers, yeah, they lived in the Sandhills then.
Uh-huh.
And one brother and Schoenmeyer, Herman Schoenmeyer, and Herman Tuvesink, and my brother Henry Tohl. My brother Tohl was,
Mm-hmm.
Well, they came here years before,
Uh-huh.
and took up places.
Oh, yes.
Took up homesteads,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Fred Long, they lived in the Sandhills, one of our neighbors.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that'll be. Well, I think that will tell the story of your coming to Nehalem, all right, Mrs. Klein? And we want to thank you very much for this interview.
Well, and the way we lived. There was no cake and pie.
You have been listening to another interview with one of Tillamook County's pioneer settlers, Mrs. Anna Klein, 97 years old, who came to Nehalem in 1885 and built and operated the first hotel in the town of Nehalem. As you heard, Mrs. Klein is from Nebraska, originally from Germany, and made the long journey out to the West Coast as a young girl. This interview with Oregon's original settlers is being held in conjunction with the Oregon Centennial of 1959. Vern Heiner speaking.
Potato.